The chance to learn about the ups and downs, ins and outs, good and bad of the tourism industry was the incentive for 25 Indigenous people to take part in a week-long field trip around the town of Fitzroy Crossing in the Kimberley region of Western Australia. Hitting the highways and the back roads of the Kimberley, the participants hailed from 5 remote communities in the Fitzroy Valley: Yakanara, Breedy, Mimby, Bailu and Jarmuldanga communities. The Fitzroy Valley is in the central Kimberley between Kununurra in the east and Broome in the west. A central feature of the region is the mighty Fitzroy River. It is a source of food, recreation and spiritual significance for the members of the Nyarinyan, Ninkana, Mangala, Bunaba, Guniyandi, Walmajari and Wonkajonka language groups within the Fitzroy Valley. Many of the participants involved in the field trip have little, if any, formal experience in the tourism industry. However, they are very interested in gaining a much better understanding of the industry to see if it can bring much needed economic opportunities to their own communities. For these people, the field trip was a chance to learn firsthand from some of the most experienced tourism operators in the Fitzroy Valley. They gave hints and tips about what's required to develop a market-ready tourism product and to run a business in a remote community. It included respected people such as Harry Watson, Dylan Andrews, Ronnie Jimbity and Rosemary Nugget, and Laurie and Rosita Shaw, all of whom have established Indigenous tourism operations. At night around the campfire, these people spoke openly about both the setbacks and joys of running a business and the pleasure they felt giving non-Aboriginal people an insight into their culture and way of life. This advice was invaluable and prompted many of the participants to talk about how they were now motivated to use this experience to improve their existing businesses, or in the case of the budding tourism operators, get others to support a start-up business in their own community. As well as being a great opportunity to learn about the business side of Indigenous tourism, the field trip was also a fantastic chance to visit some scenically beautiful, not to mention culturally significant sites within the Fitzroy Valley. And while the operators offer a diverse and unique tourism experience from one another, including camel rides, fishing, rock art and adventure tourism, all had a strong Indigenous cultural flavour to their businesses. ACF sees support for this project as essential in our work to promote the concept of a culture and conservation economy for Northern Australia. The Fitzroy Valley is not as well known or as visited as other destinations in the Kimberley, but with the right support it could attract tourists seeking an authentic, natural and cultural heritage experience. The lessons learnt from this project will be used to inform our policy work on environmentally sustainable and culturally appropriate economic development. The Kimberley Indigenous Tourism Project is managed by the Australian Conservation Foundation, Kimberley Land Council and Environs Kimberley, with support from the University of Notre Dame and Kimberley TAFE College. Funding is from the Christensen Fund. All partners see the project as a catalyst for leveraging further public and private sector investment in Indigenous tourism in the Fitzroy Valley and the Kimberley more broadly. For more information and upcoming activities, check the ACF webpage at www.acfonline.org.au/Kimberley.